as we move towards 2030 and the Great Awakening that follows, we're going to start to see a obvious split between people. It's going to be a split between people searching for more distraction, more dopamine loops. They're going to go further into addiction. They're going to be reliant upon the system completely. Whatever the government dishes out, example, digital ID, all of these other things, they're not even going to question it. They're just going to go face in first. Yep, as long as I'm safe, as long as you make me feel comfortable, I'm just going to go along with it. It's the essence of seeking external validation. And on the other side, we're going to have people who are going to start collapsing internally, and instead of reaching for external validation, instead of reaching for the vape, for the drink, for social media, and for anything outside themselves, they're going to be fed up with it. And maybe you're experiencing this already, and it's going to become more common, is that people are going to start to try to find why they feel the way they do. They're going to want to know how to deal with this on their own. They're going to want to face their shadow in a healthy way. And they're going to want to do the self-work, regulate their nervous systems, and to get out of this bloody mind trap that we've been put into. Now, this is already happening at a moderate level, but we're going to start to see this really ramp up. And I've started to notice a few things. Talking heads like Peterson, Rogan, and all of these online kind of red pill content YouTubers that have a mass following of young men, 18 to, let's just say, into their 40s. These men are starting to see these talking heads for what and who they really are. Now, I'm not saying that Joe Rogan is a bad man. I'm not saying Jordan Peterson or Russell Brand are bad men. What I'm saying is that these men that have massive influence on a collective mind of people who the government could consider to be potential rebels or, potential, kind of reminds me of the Matrix, where they flush out the people that wake up. They flush them out. But the people that are watching this content are starting to see that these talking heads aren't coming from a place of real sincerity, and that they give you the dopamine hit of truth and of asking questions, but they don't give you direction. They talk about everything that's going on out here, and they tell you to search external to yourself, to seek external validation, but don't tell you to find your own compass. You are supposed to find out who you are. You are not separate from this planet. You are from this planet. You were born out of this planet. And none of those talking heads, not even me, no one is bigger than you. No one's less, no one's above. We're all equals. We came into this world with nothing. We're going to leave this world with nothing. Everything in between that you could call vanity, but experience is important for growth and to further develop us as, a species, as a soul, a collective soul. Because at the end of the day, what we are is we are nature expressing itself, experiencing itself through the same consciousness, just through different lenses, different experiences. So that whole idea of separation, I'm over here and you're over there and we're completely separate, that's the illusion. And that's what people are going to start to break out of. But unfortunately, there are powers that be that love this world so much, love the money in it so much, love the fame, love the ego, love themselves so much, that they get completely saturated and lost in that lust of the world, that they forget the real nature of what's going on, the real nature of who we are. We're going to start to see people that watch these content creators be turned off by them. More people are going to start unsubscribing. And as they work on themselves and as they go through their internal pain, they're going to start to see genuineness in a person over, a scripted role, over something fabricated, over something pre-planned, over something that's telling you that the answer is out there and not within you. And the answer is within you. Step 1, sit with yourself. Step 2, watch your thoughts go by, watch your emotions go by. View your beliefs from outside of your ego perspective. The next step, ask why. It's that easy. You just got to ask why. And don't stop there. Don't get scared by it. Use it as a practice. Just keep asking why. Now, I'm not saying to go crazy and to lose yourself over this. All I'm saying is that pretend that you were dropped into this earth with absolutely no idea what's going on. You don't know what's going on, okay? You've never had any experience and you've just been popped into your body. Look at the world around you like you've seen it for the first time and ask yourself why. When you see something, when you see a car going by, when you look at a tree, what are the first things that pop into your head? Which is me saying, what is the conditioning that has been applied to you through your lifetime that is attached to what you're looking at and that is keeping you in a belief that when you look at that thing, that belief is already there, already pre-planned. So if you look at something, okay, I've got my belief there. That's how I understand that thing. What I'm saying is that we've been programmed wrong. We've been programmed collectively by this society, by this system. And we should strip our beliefs. We should just go bare to the bone. And I'm not saying that everything we believe in is bad. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that we should come back to authenticity and rewire, recircuit, restructure, because not only do we have the capability to go within ourselves and be our own compass, to live this life away from, almost like a trauma bond, like this kind of screwed up relationship with the government and with society and social media, but to go inside ourselves and realize we are the compass. We direct where we go. We're going to figure it out on our own. We're going to do it through our experience, through our pain. And the second thing is realizing, holy crap, everything that I was taught, I can escape. I can reframe the way I look at things. I can look at this tree and not just see a tree. And what were you taught in school? TREE, tree, green, birds live in tree. Instead of looking at that tree and just having that predisposed belief, look at the tree as something deeper, more beautiful, more interconnectedness. Learn about the tree more and realize you're not separate from the tree. then you can really appreciate everything that's going on around you once you have this inert sense that you're not disconnected, that this is a massive, and I've said this before, it's a massive spider web. And the reason I like to use the metaphor of a spider web is if you flick a strand over here, a strand over here will vibrate, because we live in a world of vibration and frequency. Everything is interconnected beyond the five senses. Like a spiritual spider web. I know I'm rambling on here, but it's just, I need to get some stuff off my chest. And I wanted to speak about this because people are starting to wake up. We're starting to see the truth. What is the truth? I'm not talking about an absolute truth that you have to believe or you're going to hell, buddy, if you don't believe in it. What I'm saying is people are starting to see the beautiful pattern, the beautiful truth that we're inseparate. Everything's okay. We are in a system that is corrupt. We are in a system that is dramatically changing. More suffering is going to come. More people are going to suffer. Relationships, marriages. We're going to have a massive rate of crime, a massive rate of divorce. A lot of bad things are coming, but these bad things aren't coming from something bad. It's just society shedding its skin. And in order for society to shed its skin, we as an individual experiencing this individual body, we need to shed the way we think about things. We need to shed our perspectives, shed our beliefs in order to grow. So the shedding is coming. We're going to call it the shedding. Why not? Society is going through a shedding. And through this shed, there's going to be people that are going to be reaching for that skin to put it back on and go into distraction. And there's going to be what I like to call purism or purists, people that are going to come back to themselves, and they're going to rip that skin clean off. They're going to go, hell yeah, let's do this. They're going to embrace the pain. They're going to embrace the struggle to grow, and they're going to come back to themselves. They're going to realize the bigger picture to all this, and that this isn't some sort of judgment that's happening to us, that this is nature's way of cleansing the illusion that we've been living under. Because humans have built a system of illusion, we've lived in that system is now unsustainable. We can all feel it within our psyches. We can all feel it. This is unsustainable, not just out here, okay? And, out here we see the manifestations of that, but in here, people are getting fed up, and that's beautiful. People are getting sick to death of living week to week under this oppressive system that pretends to care about you. That's beautiful. People are facing their skeletons, and their conscience is banging on the door. It's not shutting up, and it's going to keep them up at night of the lives they've built on illusion, of ego, of trauma, of anything negative. And they're going to have to make decisions to make change in their life that they're afraid to do because of instability. That's beautiful. This isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. It's the great shedding, the great awakening. This is what it's all about. Now, my videos aren't going to be perfect. I'm not going to, have more pre-planned. Even with my speech, I know I stutter a lot and I slip up. I just have to keep rolling with it. I know it's probably not considered to the dopamine content out there, where you have the good lighting and you have everything kind of worked out. My channel is not going to be about that. It's just going to be, I don't know, me just rolling with it. I think it's better that way anyway. Alrighty. So, a summary. As 2030 comes, there's going to be a bit of a split. We're going to see people come back to themselves, search for deeper meaning, reject modern day red pill YouTubers, reject anything outside themselves, and really want to do some self-work, some nervous system regulation, and get away from this system, because they're starting to feel that the chains are tightening and they're like, okay, I'm going to back off a bit. And I like to call this purism, or maybe if you could call a person, it would be a purist. And then you're going to have the other side of people that unfortunately are going to be too scared to face their skeletons. They're going to feel the pressure, fall deeper into their addictions, their ego, distraction. As AI becomes better and, games become more immersive and things like this, you're going to see that kind of group, head straight into that. And it's basically, they're too afraid to do it on their own. And they're just going to go kind of with this system. Out of this, it's not good versus evil, it's not bad. It's just a natural repercussion of people's decisions and what's happening. We all have free will. At the end of the day, we can all feel that something's going on, and it's our decision. It's our responsibility, if we want to grow and evolve as human beings, to embrace that and to go with that wave, with that change. So that's the summary of this video. And yeah, got to get dinner sorted, I guess. Might have some chicken Kievs. Yeah. Alrighty. Toots.